position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Cardinals will put it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Wants to throw. It's Hart. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Touchdown, Louisville! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finds the tight end. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Young. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Looking for a man. It's Hart. Finds space on the right. Off to the races. Touchdown. Fighting Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I'm a play caller nowadays, man. I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Watkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Throws to the tight end. He makes a catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Cardinals are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Past the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. On the run, it's Clark. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
The short hands, it's Wheeler. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on him, and they're already off to a great...
He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Look to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
This is a great play by the defensive back. And I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They go to the ground. Spins away from the defender. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Gilbert. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
The give to the single back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Hart. Got his man on the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on third down. Safe completion on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aaron! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's passed. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Cardinals come to the line in the hurry up. Jackson gonna throw it. Shoots it to the left. Complete on the comeback. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Clark. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Brought down after a nice gain. And the Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. That's it, fly. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
When the quarterback gets outside the pocket as a defender, now I'm thinking about the field's cut in half. You don't worry about the other side of the field. It's hard to throw back across your body to the other side. So now the rules are I'm starting to creep now to the direction of the field where he goes. Great job by the defense understanding that.
Pulls it in. It's Wheeler. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is...
Touchdown, Cardinals. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish, back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Hart. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds the big tight end. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Right down the middle. Got a wide open receiver. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Immediately fires to the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Handoff to the lone back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He wants to change this route. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Gilbert. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's James. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Jackson will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Cardinals trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. From the gun. Fires into the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle before.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Louisville!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. to the ground with the back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Right back to him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Jackson gonna throw it. Gonna let it fly. He's got it inside the 30. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown Cardinals. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Jackson will throw. That's caught. It's Hauser. It's a seam wide open, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
ready to get moving. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go.
There he goes. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires left. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Jackson going to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Looking to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Mike, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking downfield, it's Hart. Finds his tight end. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Wants to throw again. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hart. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Rush is on him. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Clark.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Caught near the sticks. It's Taylor. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action on 1st down. Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
We've just seen in this game game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Hart. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Gets the back moving. To the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Gilbert. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
Looking for space. It's Young. Finds his way for three after the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. Back to pass, it's Hart. Quickly complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's James. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Bring in the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Perez. Brings into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Let's go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
They'll try the run. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Hauls it in. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were.
Turning it on. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. And the Cardinals, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Jackson will throw. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And his offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
Catch in the middle, it's Clark. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.